Hello and welcome back again. It's been a little while since I have done any videos. Life's just been busy. Not much has happened to the car since the last video. I did a track day almost a month ago now, and the car ran really well. I had no overheating issues, no mechanical gremlins or anything like that. Couple of small issues I did have. I had an intercooler hose that kept on popping off, which happened to be one that I forgot to put a bead on or some knobs on to stop the hose clamp from sliding off. So I'll get onto that. I didn't run my front splitter. I literally just ran the car as it is here, and it ran really well. I did a new personal best, which was 1:22. So I was pretty happy about that, but there was a lot of I'll put the clip up in a few seconds, but there was a lot of missed apexes, and I locked up on one of the corners coming into the hairpin. Just little things that I think I could find a bit more extra time in, and some of the corners, looking back on the footage now, I think I could go a lot faster through than what I did. But I also think if I had my front splitter, I might not have had that lock up. And also I do need to do something with my rear brake pads, because they're still, I don't know, the 15-year-old stock brake pads. And just because you've got nice front racing pads in the front, doesn't mean that the old stock ones in the back are doing anything. So I need to put some decent ones in the back just to help out with the balance of the braking a bit. But yeah, no, it was really good. I'll show you the clip of my fastest lap now. At the end of this video, I will put up all the, some of the other clips from the actual racing throughout the day. I didn't film any like talking or anything on the day. It was literally just the camera was on the dash and that was it. Yes, I know my windscreen wiper needs painting. I'm sorry, that's the main focus of the video, but it just is what it is. So yeah, so that's the best, or my best time I've driven around the track. So I was quite happy with that. Like I say, I'll put some of the other footage up at the end. I thought if I chuck it at the end, you don't have to. If you don't want to watch it, you don't have to. You know, once it starts, you can just quit out of the video or whatever. Just thinking about you guys. So yeah, so tonight what I'm going to do is I really want to make some side vents, just to 100% for looks. I want to say to help reduce lift from turbulent air into wheel arches, blah blah blah. But in all honesty, I just want to do it for looks. It's just the image I had in my head, so I really wanted to do it. And I really wanted to get my 3D printer into a few more pieces on the car. So I thought what I might do is I might 3D print some vents that slot into a hole that I cut in the guard. And yeah, hopefully it'll come out good. Alright, for this, I'm just having a crack at voiceover. You're just going to have to listen to me, I'm afraid. So, as you can see from the photo that's on the screen right now, I took a picture of the measurements I wanted on the guard. And what I'm going to do now is I'm going to transfer that through to Fusion, which is where I do my 3D drawing. I'll build up the plastic vent from there, and then I'll transfer that over to my 3D printer, and I will print it out. And I'll also, I'll mirror it, so whatever I draw will work the same on the other side as well. So, yeah, so I'll show you how I drew it. Alright, so what I did is I imported my image here into Fusion, then in the sketches, in canvases over here, which is over there, I right-clicked and I calibrated it. So I calibrated that measurement across the top there to the measurement that I had drawn on my guard. From there I drew up my vent, so I drew around these lines, and I extruded it out to pretty much get this. If I turn my canvas off, which is here, so this is pretty much what I did here. So I started off by drawing the outside lines, which matched up with my image below. I'll turn it back on. It doesn't look like it there, but when you get the top view, it does. So I drew around these outside lines, pulled it out. I pulled it out about 4 mil, which is what the thickness of this flange is. Then I did an offset to bring it in. Drew the same thing again, pulled that up 50 mil, and then I just did a fillet across the top and a chamfer down the edge here to get that, and then I just clicked on shell, which is that setting there, which turns it, or pretty much makes it hollow. And yeah, so, and then you end up with this vent, which is going to glitch, which is this vent here, which is hollow on one side and 4 mil thick all the way around. And then I sent that to the printer. Alright, so this is what we end up with. So it's a bit rough in here, still needs a bit of sanding and stuff, but we end up with a, I don't know, pretty much a plastic version of what we just saw on the computer screen. So now I just need to cut a hole in the guard, which I already have. So I used the one for the other side on this side and used it as a template to mark all my holes and that, and this just slots straight into there and then bolts up, and then you can see the wheel through there. Just hopefully will let, well, no, I don't even care if it doesn't let anything out, to be honest. It was literally just for the looks. It's just something that I've always wanted and I thought would look quite cool, so I'll bolt it up. Okay, so she's all bolted up now. I had a old Meccano set lying around, so I pinched some nuts and bolts from that. It's a bit, it does the job. So that's on that side, and I've done the other side as well. The lighting's not the best, but you get the gist of it anyway. So yeah, I'm pretty happy with how that turned out. So I think the next thing now would be to move on and pull that intercooler hose out and weld some tabs on it so it stays on. Alright, so, oh, hang on, I better turn TV off, otherwise I'm gonna... Alright, so this hose here was the hose that, well, the pipe that I kept on blowing off I think my actual turbo has, I don't know if you can see in there, I think it might have blown the compressor seal because it's actually pumping out not heaps, but a decent amount of oil, which obviously lubed up the silicone hoses and decided to pop off and wouldn't stay on. So the first 2 or 3 runs, I'd go out and just as soon as I started to do a hard lap, it would just pop the hose off again. So what I actually ended up doing was I got a hammer and a screwdriver and kind of forced my own lip around the edge of it here, which seemed to be alright and last me the rest of the day. But what I'll do is I'll clean these ends up, both ends up, and just weld some beads onto it, and that should solve that problem. So I've just welded just a few beads on each end just to keep the hose on. So I'll slide the hose over and do the clamp up, and that should stop that hopefully from popping off, and then we'll move on to the next job. So the hose is all back on now, it's all done up. Hopefully that won't blow off again and that won't be an issue. Yeah, so that's all I'm going to do for this week. Thought I'd just give you a little bit of a catch up, show you what I've been up to. Nothing really too full on or anything like that. Next up I want to just tidy up the engine bay a little bit. I just want to clean up the rock covers, give them a paint, try and get rid of some of the spaghetti lying around, and yeah, hopefully I've got another event on the 7th of November, and we can go there and do some more lap times. I still haven't even touched high boost on the track yet. That was all just done with low boost. Didn't even touch the push to pass or anything like that. So I think the car has probably another couple of seconds in it if we just went on to high boost. But I really just want to push and see how hard I can get on the low boost setting first before I worry about that. I also have a new turbo coming for the car. It's a G35 1050. So they're supposed to be rated to, I think, 1,000 horsepower. Not that I'm ever going to get that high, but at least then that won't be my limiting factor anymore. So yeah, so thank you very much for watching, and hopefully we'll catch you. Hopefully I'll have another video out in a couple of weeks, and we can move on from there. Yeah, enjoy the last few minutes of footage from Manfield, and we'll catch you next time. Cheers.